Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. SRH have won this match versus CSK by 10 runs. Let's get into this review. Starting off with the conditions, in my previous video I had mentioned the trends in the last 7 matches at this venue in the IPL. I'd said batting first was won twice, batting second is won 5 times, but out of those 7 matches there have been 200 chase, 247 chased down when 245 was the first innings score. Apart from that, there have been 200 plus scores. Both of those have been defended. And I'd say the team winning the toss should bat first. I'm not saying this because CSK lost this match, but I feel after SRH's previous match where they won by 57 runs when defending a 200 plus score, if you asked them what they would have liked to do, they would have said they would have liked to bat first, according to me, and CSK handed that to them. They also got their playing 11 wrong. And in this case, SRH scored an under par score. I thought 10 runs under par. And that one change in the playing 11 meant that CSK had destabilized the batting and gave a start to SRH in the power play. And I thought that's the reason why CSK lost this match. Looking at the playing 11, starting off for SRH, Pat Cummins wasn't fit. And I'd said Dilshan Madhushankar should play. But they played Ishan Malinga and he got a man of the match today. And I didn't understand one thing, where Harsh Dubey can bat, and if he batted at number 8, he would have done at least what Liam Livingstone did, and if he had an extra bowler, they could have won by a greater margin. Liam Livingstone doesn't bowl, and Abhishek Sharma bowls as a left-arm spinner to compensate for Harsh Dubey not being there. So I didn't understand that at all. And he's not been looking like scoring runs, Liam Livingstone, wherever he has played. So when you've got the combination that they've got, they signed him at first. I was confused with that. And they brought him in here. It was an incorrect decision. And they could have lost the match because of that. And now CSK, where Matthew Short played ahead of Akil Hussain. Akil Hussain is one of the best power play bowlers in the world. I'd say the best power play spinner in the world. And you're dropping him after what he did in the previous match because there are 2 left-handers. Does he not have the experience to bowl to the 2 left-handers on a surface which is good for batting but slightly slow? And you saw how Shivam Kumar bowled again today. If you had Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed, I think CSK would have. Noor Ahmed could have bowled more in a more attacking fashion in this match. You saw in this match he didn't bowl badly but bowled defensively, unlike in the previous match because he didn't have the defensive foil of Akil Hussain. And I won't criticize them for playing Mukesh Chaudhary. There was one over where I don't know why he went around the wicket to the left-hander. Yes, he picked up 2 wickets, but I thought they were 2 gifted wickets. But I wouldn't say it was a bad decision to play. And the reason why I went to Shreyas Gopal is because I put the emphasis on Noor Ahmed having that support, but they also didn't play Akil Hussain, which meant that Noor Ahmed had to bowl defensively, he bowled defensively. And where I think CSK got away with it today was that Jamie Everton this season has been one of the players of the season with how he's been doing with a bat and ball. I think the main difference is they've been using him outside the power play. And that's why on truer surface, today was a bit slow, yes, but he still bowled the pace that he does, at times bowling at 150. He hits a length and it's been difficult for any batsman to play. So I think very well done to him, where I also was questioning that he got retained after the previous season, but they've used him better and he's also performed. And that was the reason why, in spite of Noor Ahmed bowling defensively, CSK was still able to restrict SRH. And SRH, they've been getting themselves into a situation, and no matter what start they've been getting themselves off to, they have faltered in the middle of the innings. And the reason why they haven't collapsed is because Heinrich Klaasen has scored a 30-odd ball 50 for the majority of the time. A lot of people are saying that he's batting in a matured fashion. According to me, it's not by choice. He's rusty. He hasn't been doing well in the leagues that he's been playing in. He's slowly trying to get back into the flow of things and scoring a minimum of 30 runs every match so SRH don't collapse. And that has been the reason why SRH have got to some respectable totals. So I wouldn't say he's doing this by choice. He's rusty. He's trying to get into the groove, but he's still making sure that SRH get a respectable total. And so I thought SRH were defending 10 runs under par, and the only reason why they got there, according to me, was Matthew Short in the power play, 3 overs, none for 38. And CSK's batting innings, you've got 52 runs in 3 overs, and you're falling short by 10 runs, defending an under par score against a team that's got 1 bowler short. I don't know how they managed to lose this match. Ayush Matre, he picked up a hamstring injury, it looks like, and then he was dismissed. And on that, we've seen a few either nearing injuries or cases where people have had to go off the field. And Ayush Matre is a young player and is also an example of fast bowler Rafiq Salam, where Ayush Mate played 13 deliveries today. He scored a boundary of 4 or a 6 in 6 of those, and also you've got dot balls. So if you're getting a hamstring injury from there, it could be because of two reasons. The first one being sort of outside his game when the IPL is a lot of traveling involved. You don't have a set sleep schedule. You don't have a set time where you do your in between match training, which can affect that. And secondly, I feel the training programs, if you sort of overemphasize it, and we've seen with fast bowlers as well picking up injuries where you've got to be bowling fit rather than gym fit. I think that could be a case there. We saw it Rafiq Salam as well. You bowled two sporadic overs. Yes, because of humidity, you may get cramps, but I thought he bowled two sporadic overs and yet he had to go off the field. So I don't know if Ayush Matre will be back. I think he may be back. And the partnership between Matthew Short and Sarfraz Khan. Firstly, Matthew Short, he should not have played this match. He's an opening batsman, and they batted him at 4. He scored almost a run above 34. And the partnership between him and Sarfraz Khan, where I wouldn't say that was the reason why CSK lost the match, because when Sarfraz Khan was dismissed, you still needed 9 and over with many wickets in hand. But Matthew Short, where he's an opening batsman, he struggled to get going for the 30 balls that he faced. And Sarfraz Khan had said this before. He's someone who looks to target behind square and square rather than down the ground as boundary options. And you saw the way he was dismissed as well. He played a one-handed shot in front of square. So I think it's a case where the power hitting down the ground has got to be improved on. And because Matthew Short played Sarfraz Khan, everyone also moved one slot down, where Dior Brevis 6 and Shivam Dubey 7 in this situation is too low for them. Shivam Dubey number 7 is with how well he has been doing for India and the position that he would succeed, which is at 4 and 5. It's way too low for Shivam Dubey to be batting number 7. So I thought playing Matthew Short is an error with the ball, an error with the bat. And that's the reason why CSK faltered. So the partnership between Matthew Short and Sarfraz Khan has started the slow there, but I wouldn't say that was the reason why CSK lost the match, because they still had the equation in their favour to win. SRH bowled well to death, yes, but CSK lost the match that they should have won. And for SRH, Praful Engage was 1 for 60 and 4, but he bowled well at the end. Nitish Kumari, in the preview of the first match, I'd said he should open the bowling for SRH, and he did. So he bowled the second over here and he bowled very well. Saqib Hussain, once again a good performance. Shan Malinga, 3 for 29, man of the match. Shivam Kumar, I think, has been one of the players of the season, and it shows how SRH's domestic talent scouting has been very good and probably the best this season. Had Harsh Dubey play, Abhishek Sharma wouldn't have had to bowl. They could have won this match by a greater margin, so that's on them. Word on to SRH at 52 and 3 overs, defending an underpass score, 1 bowler short. The morale may have dropped, but they continued and they won this match. For them, I'd still say where Liam Livingston, I don't know why they're persisting with him. He worked out at number 4 in a previous match. He scored 14 of 20. And in this case, 1 of 5. And I didn't think he needed to be sent out at this point. I was confused when they signed him. They've got Dilshan Madhushankar. They've also signed George Kitsi as an injury replacement for David Payne. He's also a none for 45 bowler, but he can bowl quick. So SRH have got options. If they make sure that they can back Harsh Dubey, then I think that this team can win a few more matches. And for CSK, they can also win a few more matches if they revert back to the combination that they played in the previous match where Aqil Hussain played alongside Noor Ahmed. There was no need for him to be dropped today. He's got enough experience to bowl to left-handers. So that's what I'd say. Let's see what happens. If you enjoy the video, please subscribe, share, friends. This is my opinion. What's yours?